strange. I mean, it's like a really exciting time to be making music, but it's like strange as in there is no set route. So I just made material, put it online. It's like a lot of people are doing, you know, like I was more like the SoundCloud generation. I think I'm a bit old.
I've seen it. I visited it. I like it, and I
think I was of that kind of movement. And then people were like, come and play live, and it's like, okay, how am I going to do this live set? And I settled on doing like a one-woman setup because I'm interested in like limitation. Essentially, you are kind of limited in lots of ways. You can loop, and I do a lot of that, and you can use FX, and you can use drones, and you can use like samples or track elements that you produced. But a lot of the time, it comes back down to what you're doing, and you can't really escape that. So I think it's like a really interesting like space that pushes you creatively.
Yeah, for sure.
But at the same time, like you have to, like sometimes. Your head's like everywhere because you're like controlling many things at once.
Wash your face, hands and feet. Human practices on repeat. Bring a new day. Cloudy mind.
No, I really like how because there's not many at the Birmingham Conservatoire.
Yeah.
There's one girl on the jazz course,
oh,
a
really?
jazz singer. Everyone else on the jazz course is male, and which I find really, really interesting. And like, I really like how like there's women at the forefront, you know, front stage playing this. Like, I just think that's really cool, bringing back kind of the 80s vibe. Is that something you thought about?
I don't know.
Women, like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, 100%. I kind of promote female producers and want to. We're thinking of doing a night with. Like Fran Lobo, who's an incredible singer, producer, songwriter, and like various other women artists. Like, I always want to push women artists because there aren't enough, especially women who do everything. I think in jazz specifically, I have a funny relationship with it because I essentially don't like I listen to a lot of jazz, but I'm not jazz trained, so I don't feel like I'm completely belong there, and we mentioned like the 80s kind of reference. I was listening to saxophonist called John Clemmer and getting quite a lot into like saxophone FX and this almost verging on this kind of, I don't know, it's been classed as like I don't know, like you kind of have to like reclaim the word smooth because because a lot of people call the music smooth jazz a lot of the time, and that's like a dirty word in hardcore jazz circles. But I guess like sonically, like I'm really into like I guess like drones and things that just kind of float, and I'm not so much drawn towards like bebop or like free jazz. So I guess a lot of it is quite smooth.
Yeah.
Ideally, I don't know if tonight's gonna be smooth. It might a bit like this.
Remember how we used to meet in the park.
Do you prefer like being home, producing your beats at a studio, kind of?
Yeah.
Like, or being on stage, producing yourself?
I mean, there's such different things, and even on stage, like it's so different every experience, especially because I don't just play like I played like clubs in Berlin at 2 a.m. or like jazz. Well, I don't know. You play different things. It's like so the experience is different. But essentially, I would say that my favourite place is like home producing late at night and like reflecting in the day. And I think because you can buy like an interface off eBay super cheap, like an SM58, and the tools are really becoming increasingly more accessible, and you can hack the software, and like so I think there's this level of like accessibility which I think breeds really interesting music, and there's a lot of really amazing like lo-fi music, and I like it when people who come to the gigs also produce, or I kind of want people to go home like and give it a go, and I think it's something really like I don't know, like therapeutic to do.
It's cool. It's cool that you want to inspire people. Like because my mixes aren't perfect, and I think we have this weird like disjointedness. Like Ina's expert in this, but like
just like this idea that, you know, like pop music at the moment and so much of what we hear on like Radio 1 is like so overproduced to the point where it's like not realistic. It's almost like plastic surgery sound.
Yeah, for sure.
And people's like voices are at the front and they're perfect and they never sing anything out of tune and everything's like EQ'd to these really kind of extreme levels. And I feel like, and then on the other side you have like on SoundCloud you have all these kind of like DIY bedroom projects, and I think it's really important that we have more of that coming through into the mainstream. There was an example given the other day of it being like a Trojan horse.
Sure.
In the sense that like I think that kind of accessible creativity is really important.
Are you more into realistic treatment of the sound? Because like, to be fair, the very last sound I'm producing right now, I'm not a producer as you are, but I'm bedroom DIY guy, and I'm trying to put a lot of warmth in the sound, so with a lot of IQs, compression and effects like chorus, delay, reverb sound. So are you more into realistic treatment of the sound stuff?
I like both, and I think that's reflected in my setup. I have like a splitter coming down through my sax, so there's the sound that people don't know. The sound goes through the microphone into a splitter, and half of it comes out straight to front of house. So that's like a naked, raw sound,
So really
and then the other half
100%
goes through this like long process of different treatments, and so and that's really important to me. I like more textural sounds. I like the like
right,
you know, like the key stuff. And when I sing, although I'm not like, I wouldn't say that I like feel the most I'm not the most confident. I haven't come from singing, you know. It's like something that I've just like evolved to do. I keep it like really raw most of the time, and then only have like effects at certain moments, for like specific reasons, I guess, rather than like over processing everything. But I don't know. I think it's also just like experiment. Everyone should experiment.
Sure.
Because some people really like.
For the forsaken, slow your ways, melt into this. For the forsaken.
Got to talk about your new single with you. I love it. Honestly, I think it's really refreshing and just very cool. Like, is that like the start of like, are you gonna release new music this year or?
Yeah.
Is it the starting of a new project or?
Yeah. It's one song of like quite a few songs which I made last year. Where like I finished it over Christmas. So it's kind of like, and I think I'm definitely like, it's hard. I'm not really good at talking about where it's going, but definitely like evolved into a different place sonically, like listening to a lot of different parts,
for sure,
influenced, and
All right.
Are you playing it tonight?
Yes, I will be playing it tonight.
Very cool.
With the first time I played it tonight.
The last word about Lagoon, and mainly about the cover. I think this is really interesting. There's a lot of color, and I'm not too sure, but maybe I have seen a representation of Earth or something. So I just wanted to ask you, what does Lagoon single cover represent for you?
That's a good question.
Did you do it yourself?
Yeah. I try and paint all the artwork myself. I try and paint all myself. But I'm really into circles at the moment, and spheres. As you can see, I think there's not enough curves in the industry, so we're just like creating more curves one at a time.
Love it.
I mean, it was. I wanted something like textural and blue, and what was the like? Essentially, originally I thought about doing something that was like it just evolved. It was watercolor, and I wanted to do something that was like a tree intersection, and then the colors kind of just merged together, and it became that. And then when you zoomed out, and it's obviously because you paint something bigger, and then everything like exists in these kind of digital formats, it looks like the world, but I don't think it was like intended.
Oh right. Yeah. So I just integrated myself.
But I like that. I mean, it can be the world.
All right.
Is it too clear your mind? Can I ask
obviously brothers with Tom.
Yeah.
How does the sister? Yeah.
Sister.
Like how does like being like your own kind of like doing your own thing? How does it compare to sort of like I don't know being on tour with Tom and stuff? Like
Yeah.
is it? I guess you get different experiences from both.
Very different. I think very different experiences. I think we make very different music, and
Yeah, for sure.
I think definitely like influence. Like he's a massive influence for me, and but at the same time, we have very different crowds. I think that's the most interesting thing. Very different capacities, different. Yeah, but it's really fun. It's really fun playing on his shows, and I basically learned like so much ropes because I'm kind of doing it with like DIY at the moment, and I've learned that through doing it with him. So I'd say to anyone like, if you've got any friends who are musicians, like just try and get on, like be roadies. Like the best way to learn is just by doing it, and I think the thing I've learned the most is through just like doing it with him. Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, music is something you share, I guess. Yeah, you try to share. I think you touched mainly this question, but so your two projects, the one released in 2016, shaped by who we know, and Playground in 2017, two great projects. So I guess there was a studio album that was more house DIY bedroom music.
Playground was like self-produced, like in my room, played everything. Whereas Shaped by Who We Knew I did with my friends, and who were musicians.
Yeah.
So the guy called Alpha Mist and Kaya Thomas Dyke and Jim McRae and Andrew Mincer and Carmelie and Annie Lloyd. So that was recorded in like one day.
Wow.
And then I mixed it with Jim McRae, and it was a really amazing like opportunity to like do that. And it was just like we all just had some time, but everyone's so busy doing projects. And then I got asked to play live, and I was like, oh, like how am I gonna work this all out? Like everyone's doing their own thing, and I could have like taken it on and done it with a big band and worked with different session musicians, but I was like, actually, I wanna do this one woman.
So do you mix your sounds for yourself, or do you have a team around you? So like you said a few words quickly. Would you like to say a bit more words about your team who's around you? Do you have mixers?
It depends. Like I mix Playground myself, and then for Laguna I worked with an artist called Ben Hayes, who is insane. His work, if you're into electronic music, you should check it out. He's insane. So for that particular track, he mixed that. And then a guy called Dan Marshall, who masters all my stuff. If anyone needs to get anything mastered, go to Dan Marshall. He's the man.
Sure, pleasure.
Great. He also does vinyl.
What do you have in terms of devices?
Well, I use a MIDI controller, which I want to use in Zaka, but you can use anyone. I'm not endorsing any like particular brands.
Yeah,
I think that the best thing is just to like buy them second hand off eBay, like any MIDI controller you want to get your hands on. A lot of them are quite cheap, and they're cheap because they break, so they don't get too attached to your MIDI controller. And then, use an Innovation bass station. That's a new thing. I've only been using that for a year, but it's been really liberating being able to play really fat bass lines.
Right.
I find it really empowering, and I kind of got into like synths in a big way because of various friends and artists. So
Cool.
Ben Hayes taught me a lot about synths. So I use that, but then predominantly there's a lot of like saxophone looping and playing and singing, and then I have elements that have been like, produced at home, and I play those, and essentially like launch those.
Great.
Yeah.
So
and then we can go into like the full steps. I would like do an explanation video, but it's like I have my own DI rack. It's all self-contained unit. I have like my own DI rack, and then like an interface, and basically I've like, created this like sonic playground is what I like to call it. But there's a lot of like splitting of sound and lots of potential for things to go wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, sure.
Experimenting.
Right. So just to summarize it, you create your own cover, you make your own music, you mix in some ways your in bedroom in your own your stuff.
Yeah.
So do you think it's important nowadays and possible to do everything by yourself? Apparently, yeah, but.
Well, I think collaborating is brilliant as well, and I kind of interchange, and it's not to say that I wouldn't work with like someone who paints or something at another point, and I like do mix with people sometimes, and like mix it up. I think for me is that the idea of giving things a go is really important, and not saying like you can't ever do anything, because I think you can try, and I think that it becomes interesting when it's like the same person expressing. And also it makes things spontaneous, and you like in terms of like supply chain, like in terms of like literally just finishing things and being able to like give that rest and move on to the next thing. If you're doing it all yourself, it just kind of like you're able to like just express and then it's done. Mm-hmm. Whereas like if you're working with lots of people, it can take time.
Sure. Yeah,
maybe I'm sitting
I feel you 100% because
Like your own like master.
Yeah.